Ever wonder what makes someone so charismatic? Like, is it something they're born with, or could it be a skill? Well, today we're going to dig into the science of it, all based on this incredible book, The Charisma Myth by Olivia Fox Cabane. I mean, you know the feeling, right? You walk into a room and there's that one person who just has it. They command attention, they're magnetic, and it seems like they connect with everyone so effortlessly. And that magnetic quality, that's what we call charisma. For forever, we've kind of thought of it as this magical thing. You either have it or you don't. Simple as that. But what if that's all wrong? What if it's not some gift you're born with, but a skill you can actually learn? That is the entire premise of Cabane's book. She argues charisma isn't magic at all. It's a science. And the best part? It's a skill that literally anyone can develop with practice. So let's break down exactly how that works. All right, first things first, we're going to bust the charisma myth wide open. The book's biggest point right off the bat is that charisma is not some deep, innate part of your personality. It's not about changing who you are at your core. It's just about adopting a few specific behaviors. So the author, Olivia Fox Cabane, she pulls from all this cool stuff in social psychology and even neuroscience. And what she found is that charisma really just boils down to a set of behaviors, nonverbal cues, and certain mental states that you can actually control. And once you know what they are, well, you can start practicing and mastering them yourself. Okay, so if it's not magic, what is it? Is there like a formula? Turns out, yes. Cabane breaks personal magnetism down into 3 simple core components. And here it is. The formula for charisma is presence plus power plus warmth. That's it. It's the combination of these 3 things all working together that creates that magnetic pole. So let's dive into each one. First up is presence. And honestly, this is the big one. Cabane calls it the absolute foundation of charisma. And it's really just about being fully in the moment with someone, giving them your complete, undivided attention. Think about it. In our world, with phones buzzing and a million distractions, being truly present with another person is so rare. And that rarity is what makes it incredibly compelling. It just makes the other person feel seen, valued, and genuinely heard. Okay, next step is power. And look, this isn't about being bossy or domineering, not at all. It's about projecting confidence, and it's almost all communicated through your body language. You know, taking up a little more space, having calm, deliberate movements, not fidgeting. The cool thing is, these actions don't just signal confidence to other people, they actually signal it back to your own brain. And the final piece of the puzzle is warmth, because let's be real, power on its own can come off as cold or intimidating, right? Warmth is what makes you approachable. It's the signal that says, hey, this person's power isn't a threat to me. I love this way of thinking about it. Power gets you noticed, but it's warmth that gets you liked. So, presence, power, warmth, how do we actually project these things? Well, Cabane argues that charisma starts in your mind. It's all an inside game. If you're feeling anxious or you've got that negative voice in your head, it's going to leak out. It'll show up in your body language, no matter how hard you try to fake it. So the book gives you this kind of internal toolkit to manage your mind. First, you learn to destigmatize discomfort. Just accept that feeling anxious sometimes is totally normal. Second, you start to neutralize negativity by actually challenging those harsh inner thoughts. And third, and this one gets a little controversial, you learn to rewrite reality. This is basically reframing stuff in a way that helps you emotionally. So instead of a failure, it's a redirection to something better. Now here's the cool part. This isn't a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. You don't have to become some bubbly extrovert if that's not you. The book actually lays out 4 different charisma styles, so you can find one that fits your own personality and, the situation you're in. So what are they? First, there's focus charisma. Think Oprah Winfrey. She makes you feel like you're the only person in the entire world. Then you've got visionary charisma. This is your Steve Jobs, someone who inspires people with a totally electrifying vision. After that, there's kindness charisma. This is the Dalai Lama, just radiating warmth and genuine compassion. And finally, authority charisma, like Colin Powell, projecting power, status, and decisiveness. The whole idea is to find the style, or even a mix of styles, that feels authentic to you. But of course, we gotta look at the whole picture here. The book gets a ton of praise for being so practical and giving you real exercises to do, but it's not without its critics. Some people argue the techniques can feel a little, manipulative. Like it's more about managing perceptions than building genuine character. And that rewriting reality thing we talked about, yeah, some people see that as a kind of self-deception, not real self-improvement. So it's good to keep that in mind. So where does that leave us? Let's boil all of this down to the key takeaways, the stuff you can actually start practicing, like today. Okay, here's your final charisma checklist. Number 1, always remember that formula: presence plus power plus warmth. Got it? Good. Number 2, master your inner game first. Your body will follow your mind. Number 3, always balance your power with real warmth. And finally, number 4, just practice. This isn't about being perfect. Every single conversation is a chance to get just a little bit better. And that brings us to one last question for you. What's the first small step you're going to take to build your charisma today? Look, this isn't something you build overnight. It's built in all the small moments. Maybe it's as simple as putting your phone away completely during one conversation. Or maybe it's just standing a little bit taller in your next meeting. The myth is like charisma is magic. The reality? It's a choice. So, what choice will you make?